Did you know animals might sense disasters before we do? From elephants fleeing tsunamis to dogs reacting before earthquakes, their instincts could hold life-saving secrets. Stick around to uncover the science behind these incredible behaviors. Theories behind animal sensitivity to natural disasters. For centuries, humans have been intrigued by the unusual behaviors animals display before natural disasters. From pets to wild animals, there have been numerous reports of animals acting strangely or even fleeing before disasters like earthquakes, storms, and tsunamis. Several theories suggest that animals may not have a supernatural ability to predict these events, but rather a heightened sense of perception that allows them to notice environmental changes. While institutions like the United States Geological Survey are skeptical about any definitive link between animal behavior and disasters, scientists and researchers continue to explore how animals might sense impending danger. Some experts believe that understanding these abilities could potentially add a new dimension to disaster preparedness. Infrasonic hearing, detecting low-frequency sounds. One theory that has gained considerable attention is that animals can hear infrasonic, or very low-frequency sounds that are inaudible to the human ear. These sounds, sometimes called earth tones, are produced by various natural events, such as earthquakes, storms, volcanic eruptions, and ocean waves. Infrasonic sounds travel over long distances, and animals with sensitive hearing may detect them before humans notice any signs of disaster. For example, animals like elephants communicate over vast distances through low-frequency sounds, and this acute sense may help them detect rumbling earthquakes or the distant sound of waves from a tsunami. Infrasonic hearing could explain why many animals seem to know when a natural disaster is approaching, and their response may be a natural survival instinct, triggered by these low-pitched vibrations. Real-life evidence. The Stanley Coren Dog Study. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence supporting the idea of animal sensitivity to natural disasters comes from Stanley Coren's study on dogs. Coren, a psychologist, was researching whether dogs suffer from seasonal affective disorder, a mood disorder caused by seasonal changes. During his study, he noticed something unusual. A large number of the 193 dogs he was observing suddenly became anxious and distressed. The next day, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck the area. When Coren reviewed his data, he found that the dogs with hearing impairments or floppy ears were less affected, while dogs with sharp hearing and open ears were highly agitated. Coren's findings suggest that hearing sensitivity might play a role in how animals perceive natural disasters, with more sensitive animals picking up on low-frequency sounds before seismic waves reach the surface. Sensitivity to ground vibrations and air pressure. Another theory that attempts to explain animal behavior before natural disasters revolves around their sensitivity to ground vibrations and air or water pressure changes. For instance, certain animals are known to detect small tremors or ground vibrations before an earthquake hits. Through their heightened sense of touch, they may feel subtle shifts in the ground that humans cannot detect. Sharks, for example, have an acute sense of water pressure changes, which prompts them to dive to deeper, safer waters during storms. Similarly, birds are sensitive to atmospheric pressure changes and are known to alter their flight paths in response to these shifts. This sensitivity helps animals prepare and avoid potentially dangerous situations by moving to safer areas, showcasing their instinctive survival abilities. Case studies of animal behavior before disasters. Numerous historical events highlight the potential for animals to serve as early warning systems before natural disasters. One significant example occurred in China in 1975, when the city of Haicheng was evacuated just before a devastating earthquake. Local authorities had observed animals acting unusually anxious and interpreted this behavior as a warning. The city's evacuation is believed to have saved tens of thousands of lives. In another case, before the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, people in Sri Lanka noticed elephants and other animals moving to higher ground. Similar accounts emerged from other areas affected by the tsunami, where flamingos, bats, and dogs exhibited behaviors indicating they sensed the oncoming danger. Such instances suggest that animals may possess a survival mechanism that allows them to avoid natural disasters, prompting researchers to investigate these behaviors further. Differences in sensory perception between species. Animals have a wide range of sensory abilities, with some species possessing senses that are far more acute than those of humans. For example, dogs are known for their incredible sense of hearing, detecting frequencies up to 40,000 hertz, twice the range humans can hear. Elephants, on the other hand, are capable of detecting infrasonic vibrations and can communicate through these sounds over great distances. Birds, particularly migratory species, use atmospheric pressure and magnetic fields for navigation, which allows them to respond to environmental changes quickly. Marine animals, such as sharks and dolphins, can sense changes in water pressure, which may help them avoid storms or disturbances in the ocean. This diversity in sensory perception across species indicates that each animal has evolved specific abilities that aid in survival and, in some cases, allow them to detect early signs of natural disasters. The science of pressure sensing in animals. Scientists studying animal behavior have found that many animals are highly sensitive to changes in atmospheric and oceanic pressure. For example, sharks, which rely on water pressure to navigate, are known to alter their depth in response to approaching storms. When atmospheric pressure drops, a common occurrence before hurricanes, sharks often dive to deeper waters, where they are more protected. Birds, too, respond to pressure changes, often seeking shelter when they sense drops in atmospheric pressure. Some scientists believe this sensitivity might be due to the presence of specialized pressure receptors in animals, allowing them to respond instinctively to changing environmental conditions. This ability to sense pressure changes may serve as a natural early warning system, prompting animals to move to safer locations before humans even realize a storm or earthquake is approaching. Could animals serve as natural disaster warning systems? Given their unique sensory capabilities, some scientists propose that animals could be used as natural disaster warning systems. In certain parts of the world, like rural China, officials observe animal behavior to help predict earthquakes. This method, while not foolproof, could complement modern technology in areas where advanced monitoring systems are not available. For example, before the 1975 Haicheng earthquake, Chinese officials noticed unusual behavior among farm animals and pets, which led to the evacuation of the city and saved thousands of lives. Although this approach may seem unconventional, it offers a low-cost and potentially effective way to enhance disaster preparedness. If further research supports the idea that animal behavior can reliably indicate natural disasters, it could pave the way for incorporating these observations into early warning systems. Animal behavior as an untapped resource in modern science. Despite skepticism from some scientists, the field of studying animal behavior as a potential indicator for natural disasters remains promising. While technology has advanced significantly in monitoring and predicting natural events, animals may still offer clues that modern equipment cannot detect. By studying patterns in animal behavior, scientists may gain valuable insights into early warning signs that complement traditional monitoring techniques. For instance, researchers could analyze specific types of animal behaviors, such as restlessness, migration patterns, or changes in vocalizations, to see if they correlate with seismic activity or pressure changes. If these studies yield reliable results, animals could become a natural and eco-friendly addition to disaster monitoring systems, helping protect communities in areas prone to earthquakes, tsunamis, and storms. Should we pay more attention to our pets and wildlife? While the science behind animals predicting natural disasters is still evolving, pet owners may want to pay attention when their pets act out of character. For example, many dog owners report that their pets become anxious or restless before storms, earthquakes, or other disruptive events. Cats, too, may hide or act skittish during these times, possibly sensing changes in pressure, ground vibrations, or sounds that humans cannot hear. By observing these behaviors, humans might gain a slight advantage in preparing for natural events. Thanks for watching. If you found this video fascinating, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing insights and discoveries. Drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed animals acting strangely before a storm or quake?